Okay. And hello everybody, it is your ever-present, Mr. Christmas. I am here with Star to my right, Mrs. Grynch across the way, getting in a boss fight. And it's a nice little mellow Sunday morning. Time for me to get Hitman going and then try and figure out why I can't Fortnite.
I just wanna hold you so strong, 'cause I'm still here missing your love.
This song will be more appropriate when I'm doing.
You just break down and admit he's no longer a child.
To hear is true. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. Dragnet, brought to you by Chesterfield. This is the best, Chesterfield. And the time to change today. You're a detective sergeant. You're assigned to burglary detail. You get a call to meet a fire inspector at a burned-out home. There's reason to believe the fire was started by a burglar. Your job, investigate. Dragnet, the documented drama of an actual crime. For the next 30 minutes, in cooperation with the Los Angeles Police Department, you will travel step by step on the side of the law through an actual case.
Hey there.
From official police files.
Hey there, little guy. How you feeling? Oh.
Dragnet is the story of
Oh, are you a baby cat? Mew, 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 mew. Baby cat, mew, 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 mew. Baby cat, mew, 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 mew. Baby cat.
We're working the night watch out of burglary detail. My partner is Frank Smith. The boss is Captain Bernard. My name's Friday. We're on our way out from the office. It was 9:12 p.m. when we got to 2607 West 50th Street, the scene of the fire. No signs here. Just the fire must have been
Last level.
Yeah, that's the way it looks. Hiya, Joe. All right, Tom. You know my partner, Frank Inspector Strader from the fire department.
Hi.
Sure. Hello, Frank.
Oh, there's two missions. Two missions. Hi.
Here, isn't it?
Clawing at me and stuff. There's food. There's probably water. Oh, cat.
Start in the closet. Yeah. It burned through the next room, though. Little girl's bedroom. Mm-hmm. Here we are. Yeah. Burned bad, huh? Could have been a lot worse. Neighbor saw the flames through the window. Must have seen it right away. She called us from the engine company. Got out before the whole
Step on
house
my
was
mouse again.
Was the place locked when they got here? Yeah. Had to break through the back door to gain entrance. All right. Now, where do we fit in? Well, we're pretty certain the fire was started deliberately. Well, when I was checking, I noticed the window had been tampered with. Come here, I'll show you what I mean. See the lock?
Buenos Aires International Airport this
Looks like it was
morning.
forced, doesn't it?
Now watch
See
this.
here? Screws are pulled right out of the frame. Yeah.
Trail
Glass is
into the
cracked,
airport.
too.
But
Yeah.
turns
Any
out
chance
that
your
a
boys
top
might have done
confidence
this?
operative
No,
owns
I
a
checked that
vineyard in
angle.
the area.
The only place they tried is the back
Don
door.
Yates, of infamous New York law firm.
Was the window open when you
remains in
first saw it,
coma.
Tom? Yeah,
And get
just
this,
like it is
he's
now.
hosting his
Raised by
retirement
men.
party today.
She's
Right.
infiltrated, though. She's
These marks
sending
here on the
message.
spill? Uh-huh.
She needs a
Probably
favor.
made when the window was forced. Huh?
Could have fooled
Better
me.
get the lab out here, I guess. Yeah, I'll get it. Phone's in the front room near the table.
Anyway,
Thanks, Inspector.
if you're
You
going
been able to
after her,
contact the owner, Tom?
you need to
Yeah,
deal
was
with
with his
her.
wife and little girl. Got here
Her
just
name's
about the time they
Tamara
had the fire
Vidal,
out.
former
Took away some
CIA
kiddos for
asset and
Christmas place
political
tonight.
firebrand.
Well, did he know if anything had been
She's a
stolen?
master of
Didn't ask
surveillance
for a
and
lab. He said he'd come back
most
since he
trusted
could.
aid. She'll have
You got
eyes
any
everywhere.
ideas?
I believe it.
Well, I'm sure the fire was
She's in the
set.
game.
Might be insurance,
I
maybe a
like
pyromaniac,
Tyrus.
thief trying to cover
I
something.
thought you
Mr.
were.
Taft, this is my
Yeah.
partner, Sergeant Friday. I do,
Old
Sergeant.
habits, I guess.
You met Inspector Strader. Yes, sir. How are you?
Anyway,
Got back as soon as I
I
could.
need
The
to
wife
go.
and daughter pretty upset. We understand.
See you around.
She didn't think
47.
about it tonight, but she will tomorrow. You know, I'm in for it. How's that, sir? About the insurance. What about the insurance? Well, I don't have any. I can hear her now. She'll be up one side and down the other. You don't have any fire insurance on the house at all, huh? That's right. How about personal property? Mm-mm. No, my wife been asking me to take some out. Maybe I would have, but she wanted me to get it from her brother-in-law. Maybe I would have, but you never saw such a one-way guy, always looking to feather his own nest. You know the kind. Yeah. Like I was painting the kid's room, you know. Think he'd give me a hand? You bet he didn't. So what happens? I got no insurance. Now, Mr. Taft, we'd like you to do something for us if you would. Sure thing, as long as it doesn't cost me. It's going to put me in the hole, but good. Yeah, what is it? Would you check around and see if any personal items are missing here? You mean stolen? Yes, sir, that's right. Well, you think someone broke in and stole something and set the fire? No, we're not
You
sure yet.
got big old legs, big feet, and big ears. You're gonna be a big cat. And I'm trying not to throw up for some reason.
And my wife. Mm-hmm. Would you check for us, sir? Yeah, sure thing. Thank you. How much in here to take something? My wife's yours.
Are you still in that boss fight, love?
Well, you wouldn't touch it, though. What's that?
Can you?
I'll open it if you don't mind. Well, it's empty. Everything's gone. Was it pretty expensive? Well, it didn't cost much, if that's what you mean. Uh-huh. Mostly costume jewelry. Her watch was in here, though. She forgot it tonight. Went over to the Crenshaw district window shopping, and I remember her mentioning she left it here. You think anything else is missing in here? I don't think so, unless maybe my wife's clothes in the closet. And the way that looks, I don't guess you could tell much. What do you think, Tom? Well, I can give it a preliminary check while you're going through the rest of the house and let you know. All right, fine. Want to check the rest of the place for us, Mr. Taft? Oh, yes, sir. All right. Boy, what a night. Said when I wanted to steal something, he'd pick a place that had stuff worth lifting. Now, here's the kid's room.
Thank you.
Oh, look at the mess in here. I just finished painting it last week. Well, look at it. Dolls, books all burned. Poor little kid saw that tonight, just cried her eyes out. I don't know. The guy that did this must have had a head full of rocks. Yeah. Christmas ain't far off. I don't know how, but I'll see to it she gets dolls and books. Nice ones. Better than these were. Mm-hmm. Wasn't anything in there he'd take. No, let's check the kitchen. No. Right off, I can see he made us for the radio. Had a little portable on the shelf right over there. Wife likes to listen to those daytime programs while she's working. Mm-hmm. Something more to plan for Christmas. Wonder if you have the serial number on the radio by any chance. Never paid any attention to things like that. Anyway, I got a second hand. It wasn't worth much. It played good, though. Mm-hmm. I'll take a good look. You notice anything else, Don? Not right offhand. Say, fellas, how about a beer? Unless that's stolen, too. No, thank you. Well, that really does it. What's that? Now, this ties it off good. He stole a ham. What? A ham weighed 12 pounds and saving it for Thanksgiving. There goes a big dinner my wife planned. Well, I guess it's all right if you can laugh about it, huh? I was just thinking, maybe I'll have the last laugh at my wife's brother. What's that? He was coming to dinner.
You got my message.
Further examination of the kitchen showed that about 20 cans of food had been taken. Angus Taft looked through the rest of the house, but he said he didn't think anything else was missing. Inspector Tom Strader said he was fairly sure there were no clothes in the closet when it burned. Men from the crime lab came out and took pictures of the window, and also of the place of origin of the fire. A detail from Leighton French checked the house. Frank and I questioned people in the neighborhood, but none of them had seen or heard anyone around the Taft house before the fire started.
He's the top candidate.
Inspector Strader said he would notify our office of all similar house fires. The next night, we got a report from Leighton French. They said the prints they'd lifted from the Taft home belonged to members of the family. Ray Tinker sent word over from the crime lab that the marks on the windowsill had been made by a half-inch pry bar. On November 10th, we got another call from Inspector Strader, and we went out to 2725 West 49th Street. By 10:26 p.m., we had completed our inspection of the burned interior of the house, and we talked to
Whatever
the
your
owner.
plan is,
That's pretty much like the last one. Looks like more damage this time, though.
Yeah,
I've done over 4 different fires started in this house.
Bull.
Same entry, bedroom window. Stolen articles just about the same, huh? I don't get that part. How's that, Frank? It's not the stolen. Not much value to it. Costume jewelry, clothes, food, portable radio. Mm-hmm. You'd think anyone that goes out on a limb like this would try to make it worth his while. Nothing much we can check the usual sources for. One thing that might help us we don't have. What's that, Joe? Serial numbers. You know, if people could just give us the numbers on their radio.
Yes, I'm streaming, kitten. Ask your mom.
Ask, but if they could just do that. Inspector, what do you estimate the fire loss to be here? $2,000. Uh-huh. I hope your crime lab or Leighton Prince can come up with a lead to give you a fellow something concrete to work with. With you there, Tom. What do you think, Joe? Same person? Well, might be too early to say, but the fires are in the same neighborhood. Similar M.O. Chances are fair that it's the same one, yeah. Uh-huh. Keeps up. Somebody's liable to get hurt. We haven't got too much to go on. Well, we got a place to start, huh? We know he's got some matches. Frank and I questioned the neighbors, but we failed to get any useful information. Latent prints were unable to come up with anything. The crime lab reported the window had been forced by a 1/2-inch pry bar. Within the next 3 weeks, despite our efforts, 6 more fires and burglaries occurred. In each case, the same MO was used. We had sent teletypes to CII and all points requesting information on any person who had used the same MO. The staff's office had made a run. Known arsonists were checked. Pawn shops and second-hand stores were notified, but we still had no definite lead as to the identity of the arsonist burglar. We started a pin map to see if a directional trend would develop. 8:57 p.m., Wednesday, December 2nd. We were checking the map with Sergeant Rex Olson. Anything new, Joe? Well, we've had a few burglaries further west, up in here, but no fires. How about the MO? Same. Bedroom window entry, same type article stolen. You know, this operator's really weird. Take a look at this list of items that have been taken. Dog food, baby clothes, golf balls, tennis balls, camping equipment, and a phonograph. That's quite an assortment. Tennis balls were initialed, I think, by the owner. He said he could identify them. Details have been checking playgrounds for him. I guess you pretty well covered every angle then. Yeah, extra men from Metro and the fire department have been on stakeouts in areas where fires have occurred. They've run down a lot of leads, but we haven't come up with anything to date. You know, how about Prince? No, haven't been able to give us any positives. I guess you're switching MO, something to be thankful for, then. Yeah, but the guy is still out breathing the same air as we do. Yeah. I know it bothers you, but you're doing your best. You can't ask for more.
Already wearing something different.
Sure wish you could. Yeah, I know how you feel. The guy isn't satisfied setting one fire in the house. He set as many as 6 in one place. Look at those red pins. How good.
Okay with that?
Burglary, Olson.
It'll just take a second.
What's that address?
Frisky.
1904 West 50th Street. Right. Yeah, they're with me now.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You're clean and good to go.
Burglary, here's the address. Right. Anything else? Yeah, another red pen. We drove out to the address on 50th Street. Like the other homes hit by the arsonist burglar, it was a small one-story house. Inspector Strader showed us where
4
5
people
fires
in.
had been
Good to
started.
see you folks. How are you
The main garage
today?
was in the rear of the building. Entry had been made through
Don't
a
mind
bedroom
me,
window.
just doing
We
Hitman.
called the crime lab and latent print.
Aw, there's baby birds in that nest. I should shoot it down.
10:27 p.m. We came to the
Mrs.
living room.
Grynch does not approve.
Right offhand, I'd say nothing was missing in here. Well, it's possible he just didn't take anything from this room. Why do you say that, Sergeant? Well, no fire was started in here. Now, we found in other homes, the burglar usually starts a fire in a room where he takes something. I see. Mr. Bates. Yeah? This bottle of perfume that's missing, you said it was initials?
Baby cat mew 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 mew, baby cat mew mew mew.
In gold letters. It wasn't really expensive. LCB. In fact, nothing that was taken was of too much value. Why should a person go to the trouble of breaking a house to steal comic books? It doesn't make sense. And now you said your daughter's name was written on the book. Yeah, my wife always writes her name Carol on them. You know how kids trade them back and forth. My daughter takes after her mother, never wants to throw anything away. I've had over 100 comic books. In fact, there's a lot of junk I wish he had taken. And just left the house the way it was without starting the fires. That's what we understand. Now about the coins that were taken. Yeah? This is the first time that any money's been stolen. But what did he take? About $2 worth of coins. Not much to help you there, is there?
Ah.
Yes, as it might be.
Hi, little kitten. I know, I hear you. I'm not going to play.
Somebody tried to spend them. Kind of a long shot, isn't it? Yes, sir, maybe. But this person hasn't given us much
I know, life is rough when people aren't playing with you 24/7.
May be able to. They belong to her. Like I told you, she never gets
I
rid
know
of
it's
anything.
morning and you're all stimulated and stuff, but
I told her that since they were old, they might be worth more than just the regular value. Yes, sir. So she took them to some shop, you know, where they handle old money. Man there told her they weren't in demand, only worth a nickel, dime, whatever it was.
I know, you're
I knew she was one
lonely.
day, but she wouldn't give them to me. Anything else she hangs on to. Well, you can see the junk around here.
But Daddy has to do something. He has a very minimal and nothing job, but he has to do it.
Carted off some of the other junk, he'd have been doing me a big favor. Yes, sir, but they don't have that in mind. What do you mean? To help anybody.
Don't get me wrong, but
We got the description and the dates of the coins from Mrs. Bates. All officers were given the information. From our pin map, we figured our suspect might live near Cimarron Street and Vernon Avenue. We spent several days contacting all the businesses in that vicinity and gave each owner a complete description of the coins. We asked them to get the license number or address of any person that might pass them, and to call us right away.
Huh.
In the meantime, Leighton Prince sent word from the window ledge at the home of the last burglary and fire that they had lifted several clean prints. 5 days went by. Monday, December 7th. The store owner called us regarding the coins. Frank and I drove out to the corner of Cimarron Street and 43rd Place, a small neighborhood
What's
variety
going
store.
on here?
Morning, can I help you?
Police officer.
Oh, you are?
Yes, ma'am. We went to see you the other day.
Oh, well, just a moment till I get my glasses on. I was trying a new glass cleaner on them just before you came in. I don't see much without them anymore. Here.
All right, so I need to become a
You
bodyguard.
came in about the old money.
Yes, ma'am, that's right. We got your call.
Well, it's a good thing I had my glasses on about an hour ago
What do you mean, ma'am?
when I got those coins. Otherwise, maybe I wouldn't have noticed.
Then you took in some money answering the description we gave you, did you?
A first customer this morning, I guess maybe that's why I took the picture I noticed.
Mm-hmm.
I called the number on the card you gave me right away.
It was very cooperative of you, ma'am.
I'm only doing my duty as I see it. You men are trying to uphold the law, and as a citizen, I feel it's my job to help you.
Yeah, this whole
Any way
thing's
I
a
can.
setup.
Yes, ma'am. Now, when if we might see the coin?
Okie dokie, I'll get them for you.
Thank you.
When I saw that they were that old money, like you told me about, I didn't put them in the register. Oh, no. I popped them into this jelly box I keep pins in, see. Maybe I'd better dump them out, because
All right, fine.
I wouldn't want you to prick your fingers. Easy to get blood poisoning.
You got that list, Frank? Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Here.
Are they the ones you're looking for?
Just a minute, ma'am. Let me check. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, how wonderful. Well, that gives me a real fine feeling, like I've done a good deed for the day.
Well, you have, ma'am. Now maybe you can help us even more and tell us about the person that gave you these.
Okie dokie, I can. But there's something I don't quite understand.
What's that, ma'am?
I thought you policemen are generally looking for real bad men.
No, not always.
That's what seems wrong. The person I got these from couldn't be the one you want.
Why do you say that?
It was a little girl, about 9 years old.
No way.
Evelyn Cooley, the owner, told us that when the little girl had left, he'd followed her to a house about 3 blocks away. We gave her a receipt for the coins and drove over to 2216 West 43rd Place, the address she'd given us. Frank drove past the house slowly, and we saw a 1940 Plymouth sedan parked in the driveway. On the second trip, I got the license number of the vehicle. We called the office, and they sent out another team to stake out the place. We went back to the office and called DMV. They gave us the name Lyndon Granger as the legal owner. We checked the name through R&I and found that he had 5 arrests for burglary as a juvenile. We called Leighton Prince and asked them to check the fingerprints found at the house on 50th Street. 10:37 a.m. When are they going to call? As soon as they have time to check them thoroughly, I guess. I was just thinking, Joe, what happens if Granger isn't our boy? Well, I think it's kind of easy to figure, don't you? Huh? Sure. Find out where the girl got the coins. Yeah, I was thinking about that. You know what that could mean? Mm-hmm. More footwork. I'm telling you, Joe, I haven't put on so many miles since I worked traffic. You don't have to tell me. What do you mean? All these
Baby
miles
cat
you're
mew
talking
mew
about.
mew mew Butters.
I was with you, remember? Yeah.
Hi
I
Butters.
know, Joe, but after all, I'm carrying a few more pounds than you are. That is correct. It makes a big difference. Mm-hmm. You know how it is when you go deer hunting? No, Sir Frank, I don't. I never go. Well, when you're carrying a rifle, never carry one. Well, when you go deer hunting and you do carry a rifle, you start out in the morning, rifle doesn't weigh much
Butters,
at all.
don't
It doesn't. No,
smack
it
at my
feels so heavy, but along toward the
boy
end of the
part.
day, and those 2 pounds
You've
feel
still
like
got all of
20.
yours, so you
That's the way
should
it
know
is. The
better.
extra pounds I carry around. Mm-hmm. Burglary Friday. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I see. On 2 of them. Good. Right. Thank you. Clayton Prince? Yeah. Granger's Prince. Uh-huh. They made him on the last job. The fact that Granger's Prince tied him in with the last fire burglary was enough to get a complaint, but we wanted an airtight case. We decided to follow the suspect that night. Another team was sent out to relieve the stakeout on his home. When Granger left the house at 8:09 p.m., Frank and I were behind him. The other team remained at the house. We followed him for about an hour. 9:13 p.m. What do you think, Joe? Stick with him. All right.
Glass of red, please.
Certainly.
We better take him away from home
May
before
I
he and his
present
wife can get together on a
this
story.
Cabernet
Huh?
Sauvignon? A melody of
It's slowing down.
currants
I'll pull
and
over.
cherries rises above the backdrop of
Stop.
leather
Can you
and
see him?
toast.
Yeah.
On the palate,
It looks like another
juicy
twist in his
dark
operation.
berry fruit,
Stealing from
along
that
with a
car.
trickle of sweet
Yeah.
spice and savory
What did he take?
condiments.
Could you see? A blanket or a robe of some kind. Come on, let's get him. Right.
I'm sure you have a
All right,
peek
Granger,
somewhere.
don't put it in here, police officer. Making a run for it. Right. He's gonna hit that car. Come on. out of the car, Granger. Come on, move. Come on. What? Come on, get out. Fast. Hands over your head. Right there. Keep your hands up. All right. Did you say police officers? Yeah. All right. Get your hands behind your back now. Oh, I didn't hear you too good. I wouldn't have taken off if I'd known you was cops. That's the truth. If I was you, I'd believe that. That's so? Well, I'm just going to feel terrible if you guys don't believe me. Well, now, that's too bad. Huh? We don't. We questioned Granger, but he refused to admit any knowledge of the burglaries or the
House
fire.
Cabernet.
We met the other team on stakeout, and they took him into custody while we went in to talk to his
What's
wife.
a taste?
We identified ourselves, and she told us to
Go
come in.
on. Yes, ma'am.
Shut up,
I
Fortune.
managed
Be
to find a
quiet.
bottle of our 2006
Don't worry about him. He won't bite. Dog's no good for anything except to eat and sleep. Oh, I didn't take him with him tonight.
What's that, man?
My husband goes out just about every night and takes the dog with him. Not tonight.
It's to
Under my feet every minute.
Is anybody else in this house besides you?
Maybe just
Are
one
you
piece.
alone here?
Yeah, just that mouth, right?
Well, you don't mind if we look around, do you?
Did you believe me?
Yes, Jack.
You have to. I ain't hiding nobody. Go ahead.
I'll take it. You want to sit down, Miss Granger?
Why? You gonna be here for stuff?
There are a few things we have to ask you.
Shut up, Fortune. What do you want to ask?
What kind of work does your husband do?
He's a window washer.
Well, who's his employer?
Nobody.
Well, does he work for a business concern of any kind?
You mean like a store?
That's right.
Yeah, but he washes windows for people, too. You know, at houses.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Found this on the dresser in the bedroom.
Hey, what are you doing with my perfume?
One down, one to go.
You took it out of my room, didn't you?
Where'd you get it?
My husband?
Did he say where he got it?
Yeah, all night market.
Something Dutch sounding?
How about these initials here? LCD.
Well, sure, that's why I got the tooth. She said it was closing them out.
Your husband goes out every night, doesn't he?
Did you see
Yeah.
that happened?
Has he brought other things home from this same market?
I got a glimpse of a body.
Why, yes.
Just tell us, has he?
It was only when someone realized that the elevator
What? Something wrong? Did you do something?
What other things did he bring home?
socialized to sending 200
I don't think I'll tell you.
Oh, that's up to you, Miss Granger. It would be a lot better for you if you told us the truth.
Finally paid off.
About what?
Things your husband has brought home.
Corvo, got a message
I
from the
thought there was
boss.
something wrong, but he said he got him at the market.
It's the Burnwood woman.
Did he
That's
steal
right.
him?
We think he
Gates
did, yeah.
arranged for the chief winemaker to take Brunswick tomorrow at the
Seems to,
Dallas
though.
Grand Tour
I was
of the
thinking of the
estate.
perfume. I thought it's funny to spend money like that. He doesn't think that much of me.
What's that?
He thinks more of that dog than he does of me. Gave me the perfume, and the next day he put most of it on Fortune.
How's that?
Gates' business is
The dog. He put most of the perfume on the dog. He got close and could smell it. Look at that collar. Pretty, isn't it? All jewels. Bet he didn't steal that. Not for his dog.
What else did he bring home?
Food, clothes, magazines, all kinds of things.
Where are they?
Food we ate. Other stuff, I don't know for sure. Some of it's in the garage.
You want to show us?
All right. We can go out the front door. It's close.
All right. Do you have any children, Miss Granger?
No.
Pretty dark. Get my flashlight. Do you know if your husband's had any old coins recently?
This is going to be an easy job, honestly.
Given to me. Pennies, a couple of dimes, a quarter. I remember because it's the only money he's given me in a long time.
You aren't telling me
You
what?
steal them, too?
Looks like it.
There's a key on the left side of the door. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, not bad. You still have those coins?
No, I sent the neighbor girl to the store for me today. That was the only money I had. Just,
So you're not sure yet? Does that
Right,
mean there's a
left
plan
side.
A? One where I don't stand a 50-50 chance of getting caught? I mean, you do realise the risk here, boss.
Comic book.
Broad daylight,
What's
workers
that name,
around.
Joe?
Who exactly is this Burnwood?
Yeah, text right down the line. This camping equipment. Is this something you got at that market, too?
yeah, I guess so. You never bought any, I can remember. And then he reason he never take me camping.
Do you know what's in this box?
No,
You know where the key is for the lock?
no. Guess it happened.
Let me give you that hammer. Yeah.
You gonna break the lock?
Yeah.
Heh.
It's never framed an urban legend before. Post-truth. I like it.
Here you are. Clock, watches, costume, jewelry. Tennis ball, a couple old coins, $50.
You mean my husband stole all these things?
Message from Gabriel Vargas.
Yeah, it seems so, Miss
chief
Granger, but that's
winemaker.
not the worst of it.
Says the tour is
In
about to
several of the
start.
homes, we think he set
They're
fires.
waiting for you down by the grape fields.
That mean I'm guilty too?
No, ma'am, not
Get out
necessarily.
of my face.
Not if you didn't know about it.
I didn't know. He never told me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not about him when he's shocked to me. You come in here and say my husband's a thief? Hearing it like this, that's not easy to take.
Well, there's one other thing, Miss Granger.
What?
Not easy to say.
Where can I find a place to subdue
The story
Deal
you just
with
heard
you.
is true. The names were changed to
This
protect
is
the
too
innocent.
easy.
On March 9th, trial was held in Department 98, Superior Court of the State of California, in and for the County of Los Angeles. In a moment, the results of that trial. Lyndon Frederick Granger was tried and convicted of burglary in the first degree, 5 counts, and of arson, 4 counts. He received sentence as prescribed by law. Burglary in the first degree is punishable by imprisonment for a period of not less than 5 years. Arson is punishable by imprisonment for a period of from 2 to 20 years in the state penitentiary. You have just heard Dragnet, a series of authentic cases from official files. Technical advice comes from the Office of Chief of Police W.H. Parker, Los Angeles Police Department. Technical advisors, Captain Jack Donahoe, Sergeant Marty Wynn, Sergeant Vance Frazier. Heard tonight were Ben Alexander, Walter Sandy, Jack Crucian, Virginia Gregg. Script by John
All right.
Robinson, Earl
Let's see
Slade.
if I'm allowed
Music
in
by
here.
Walter Schumann. Hal Gibney speaking. Watch an entirely different Dragnet case history each week on your local NBC television station. Please check your newspapers for the day and time.
Trying to gum up things here at the waterworks?
No, don't bother me, Leroy. I'm busy.
Say, you're not monkeying with that new type filter invention of yours again.
All right, we're gonna skip past
Figure out why
this.
this doesn't work. Yeah,
Jumps in the
Leroy.
middle.
I'm going to try it
Oh,
again.
okay,
Here you go.
fine.
Oh, confound it. You're still doing just the reverse of what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, instead of filtering the junk out of the drinking water, it dumps them right into it. I think there's something wrong with it, Unc.
You know, I've got that impression, too.
Yeah, but Unc, if the filter works backward, then why can't you turn something around and make it work backward?
Well, that's just what I'm doing. Let me look at my drawing again.
All right, let's
Right,
move on
George,
this
I know
way.
what's wrong. My snifter valve is backwards.
Good work, Unc. Now you're getting somewhere.
Just keep out of the way, Leroy. No wonder the city engineer wouldn't okay my invention.
Well, now that you found out what the trouble is, it ought to work.
Yeah, okay. Now let's try it again. Yeah, look at that.
Unc, it worked.
What do you know? Yeah, I
All right, let's get under here.
Isn't that something?
Look at that drinking water. Pure as the driven snow.
Not one bit of debris goes into the water.
Nothing? Not one single bit.
No, because now the debris is pouring out all over the floor of the pump house.
Oh, my goodness.
Anybody from Mud Pies?
Leroy.
I'd imagine.
Leroy, don't forget to hang up your coat.
Haven't taken it off yet, Unc.
That's no excuse. Hang it up anyway.
Unc, something tells me you're not quite home yet.
What are you talking about? I just came in.
I think your mind is still out at the waterworks with your new filter improvement.
That ain't
Well,
true.
maybe it is at that.
Accident.
You know, it's a real nice feeling when you've worked on an invention for a long time and finally get it to work. Yeah, let's go out to the kitchen and see what Bertie's giving us for dinner.
Yeah, but Unc,
Yeah, something certainly smells mighty good.
but Unc, wait a minute.
What's that?
Unc, you forgot to hang up your coat.
Oh.
I thought I heard you men folks coming here.
Well, evening, Bertie.
Hi, Bertie. Say, we got exciting news for you and all the housewives in Summerfield. The price of coffee's come down.
Could you go a little
No,
slower, buddy?
But the water you make it in is going to be lots less muddy.
Bertie's been making muddy coffee.
No, Bertie. Yeah, I meant your washing is going to be less muddy.
You mean the washing's been muddy? Tattletale Gray is telling on me?
Keep going.
No, Bertie, that isn't it at all. Leroy and I have been out at the waterworks trying out my new filter, and it works great now.
You mean that filter doodad you've been fooling with around here so long?
Yeah, that filter doodad. Going to be a great improvement in the city's water system. It'll cut down costs, too.
Well, that's just fine, Miss Gilsey. How does it work? Tell her, Unc. Tell her how it, and also it, you tell her, Unc.
Oh, yes, I'll be glad to explain how it works, Bertie. See, this filter
Fine.
will just about eliminate clay baffles, settling tanks, chlorinators,
Laws and me.
and even connecting pipes and valves, perhaps even a bypass.
Well, my lamb. Now tell me, Miss Gilsleeve, how does it work?
Well, it just about eliminates Well, it also does away with the... Bertie, take my word for it, you'll be glad I invented it.
Well, I'm mighty glad right now. Isn't Unc a great guy? There's practically no limit to his talent.
Oh, well, now, I didn't say
You're
that.
so clever it sometimes sort of frightens me, Unc.
Now, Leroy.
Just kidding, Unc. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, thanks, my boy. You know, the first thing in the morning, I'm going down to the mayor's office and tell him this finally works. Because now I can get the city engineer's approval and put this thing through.
You think the mayor will go along with you this time, Unc?
What else can he do? I've got him over a barrel. If he thinks he can push me aside this time with my new filter, he's all wet. Mayor Terwilliger.
Oh, hello, Gildersleeve. Come in. It's nice to see you. Sorry I haven't time to talk to you. This is one of my busy days. It was nice seeing you. Good day, Gildersleeve.
Yeah, goodbye, Mayor. No, wait a minute. You know, I've got something important to say, and by George, I'm not leaving till I do. It's about my water bill.
You call that important?
Well, now, if you look at these drawings...
I've seen
I need a
those drawings.
scuba driver.
I've got copies of them right out there in my files. I tell you, it'll never work, Gildersleeve.
And I tell you it does work. The trouble was that my snifter valve was on backwards.
Okay, well,
And
wrench.
so's your head.
That's a start.
Mr. Mayor, this
I need a
filter
scuba
is
driver.
important to the health and welfare of the citizens of Summerfield, even of the state. Now, look, what would you do if someone told you that when they turned on a faucet, a barracuda jumped out at them?
Gildersleeve.
Well, good-sized tadpole?
Oh, what?
Small minnow?
What's that?
Well, the water might smell fishy.
No.
No, honestly, Mr. Mayor, these filters should be installed all over the state. They'll protect the public's health. Now, if this were presented to the governor...
Governor McWhirter wouldn't look at it unless it was approved by the state engineer. And he wouldn't look at it unless it was approved by the city engineer. And he wouldn't approve
But they will approve it now because it works. When you think of the protection it'll give the state's health and how little it'll cost, why, the man who presents this to the governor will be highly honored.
Gildersleeve. Highly honored, eh?
Yeah, I'll bet they'd even erect a statue to such a man.
I suppose you picture yourself as the state's favorite drip?
Yes. Certainly not. Mr. Mayor, why are you so against my filter?
I'm not against it.
Well, then why aren't you for it?
Because I'm against it. Gildersleeve, I haven't any more time to waste. In 10 minutes, I'll be laying a cornerstone. Now I've got to rehearse my speech.
Yeah, but Mr. Mayor...
Ladies and gentlemen of Summerfield, my heart is filled with pride as I stand
Listen,
before
Mayor
you with
Terwilliger.
my trowel in hand.
If you'd speak to the governor...
The cornerstone
Mr. Mayor.
of Summerfield's finest fish market.
Oh. Now, look, I won't take up any more of your valuable time, but just remember, Mr. Mayor, a Gildersleeve never gives up. Good day.
Well... Geraldine, look in the files out there and bring me the drawings under City Plans 906B. And will you also make reservations for me on the 3:30 plane to the state capitol?
There's a screwdriver.
Hello, Peavy.
Oh, hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you this afternoon?
I'm out of cigars, Peavy.
Very well. Been a nice day, hasn't it, Mr. Gildersleeve?
Not where I've been.
My, where have you been?
Well, among other places, the mayor's office.
No wonder you're at outs with the world. What did that pipsqueak have to say today that the world could do without?
He said no.
It must have been something really good, then. If it was completely worthless, he'd jump at it.
Yeah, I was talking to him this morning about my improved water filter.
Oh, well, that's something else again.
All right, come on.
Peavy, my filter works. I found out what's wrong.
No, it really worked?
It's a great improvement, Peavy. But I don't know how I'm going to get it to the governor.
You know what I think, Mr. Gildersleeve? I think that little powder pigeon Terwilliger is blocking you because he knows you'd get a lot of honor and glory out of it. And he just couldn't bear to see someone else
All
get
right,
ahead.
I need to distract him.
I don't think that, Peavy.
Mr. Gildersleeve, do you know what you should do? Take your drawings to the state capitol yourself and show them to the governor.
Yeah, but how could I get to him? Yeah, I might
How
get
do
there
I
and he
do
wouldn't
it?
even see me.
Hey, I'm glad I found you, Unc.
Yo, has Bertie got dinner ready?
Search me. Hi, Mr. Peavy.
My, your motor's running.
Yeah, I know. I got something to tell you. I was just in the telegraph office.
Who were you sending a telegram to?
I wasn't. I was talking to Piggy. You know he works there. You call him if you want a messenger boy.
But I don't need a messenger boy.
No. Now listen, Piggy said he wondered what the mayor was up to.
Skullduggery here. I missed my guess.
Well, the mayor sent a wire to the governor saying he'd gotten the city engineer's final approval, and he was leaving on a B-30 plane with the drawings for an important city plan that would benefit the entire state.
What's that?
That's making the grass a double-crossing you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
He's taking my drawings to the governor himself. Oh, I can't believe he'd do a thing like that.
I can. It's the kind of thing he'd do at the drop of a hat.
Confound it, I'll take a plane and see the governor myself.
Oh, you haven't time to catch the 3:30 plane, and that's the only one today.
Well, you can take the train tonight. The Santa Fe people get you there first thing in the morning. The mayor may not be able to see the governor until then anyway.
By George, I'll do it.
Hello, boy. That's the old fighting spirit.
Good for you, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Yeah, I'll fix that scoundrel. I never thought he'd stoop to such an underhanded trick.
No, I wouldn't say that.
You want your luggage on the rack or under the seat, sir?
Yo, just under the... Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to jostle you.
That's all right, sir. You have to be careful when the train lurches.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Is dinner still being served?
Yes, sir. Just a second call for dinner, sir.
Yeah, I always enjoy eating on the train.
Next car beyond the diner, and the diner's 2 cars down. I'll make up your berth later, sir. Do you have a lower or upper?
Yeah, I had the upper. Yeah, I wanted the lower, but the lower was taken, so I had to take the upper.
Yes, sir. Whenever you're ready to make the ascension, I'll bring the steps.
Oh, my goodness. Sounds like he's talking about a balloon.
How do you like to go to sleep, sir? Feet first or head first?
I like to go to sleep all over.
I wonder.
I mean, do you like to ride forward or backward to the engine?
Forward at all times. I'm not a bit backward.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you, Porter. And this is for the trouble you've gone to, and
it was worth a
trouble
try.
you'll have later getting me into that upper berth.
Yes, sir. Looks like a lot.
I shouldn't have thought it was going to work, but it was worth a
The
try.
diner was down this way?
That's right, sir. 2 cars.
Yeah, thanks. My, make these corridors a little narrow. Yeah, this must be the drawing room car. Yeah, haven't got my train legs yet. Narrow here, too. Yeah, I'm sorry. The train lurched. Hope I didn't hurt you.
You nearly flattened me, that's all. Oh, dear, everything's spilled out of my purse.
Oh, I'm awfully sorry. Here, let me pick up your train.
It's all right. I'll get them. Never mind.
Yo, what did I step on?
My compact?
You. Sorry. I'll replace it.
I wonder which one of us will have the 7 years bad luck.
Well, it depends upon whether I'll see you again or not.
That's what I mean. I wonder which of us will have the 7 years bad luck.
Oh, now, please, don't be angry. Nancy.
Well, first you bump against me and almost knock me down, and then... How did you know my name was Nancy?
Hi, you two fighting.
I forgot.
Yeah, if you'll allow me to introduce myself.
I would much rather you...
You're being aggressively playful.
Nancy, I've apologized. I said I'd replace the compact. What more can I do?
Well, if it's geometrically possible, I would like to get past.
Yeah, well, certainly.
I think perhaps I can make it if you inhale.
All right.
Hold it now till I get by. Oh, okay. Thanks.
Don't mention it. Anytime. Yeah, perhaps we'll meet again.
What did you say?
Yeah, I said perhaps we'll meet again.
That's what I thought you said.
Yeah, I guess she didn't understand what I said. My, she's an attractive girl. I think I'm going to enjoy this trip much more than I thought I would. Been a pleasant trip so far? I always enjoy a train ride.
Lance called for dinner. Lance called for dinner.
Well, I'd better hurry along. Oh, sorry, train lurched again. Did I hurt you?
Oh, that's all right, sir. When an immovable object meets an irresistible force, something's just bound to happen. First call for breakfast, second call for lunch.
Too easy.
Call for, oh, just come and get it, folks.
Well, I worked. I did shake him up a bit. Well, I'd better hurry. Wonder how I'm going to get through this stateroom corridor after I eat dinner. They may have to stop the train and let me go around outside.
I mean, if that's gonna get me out.
Oh, no. Well, I see you are still at large, and I do mean large.
Yeah, let me help you pick up your things again.
How can it be you again?
I just get around.
How is this not the exit?
But you went to dinner once.
No, as a matter of fact, I didn't. You see, after we, shall we say, bumped into each other?
Yes, let's do say that.
Well, I went back to change my tie to see if it'd bring me luck, and by George, it did.
Maybe I should go back into my compartment and change my earrings and see what that'd do for my luck.
Oh, now listen. If you just have dinner with me, I'm sure I can persuade you to forgive me.
I've had my dinner, thank you.
Yeah.
So if you'll excuse me, I'm going back into my room and close the door and lock it. Then I'm going to count slowly to 3,000. By that time, surely it'll be safe to venture out again.
Yo, but Nancy. Oh, pooh. This train's making better time than I am.
There's the exit.
Here you are, sir. Nice piece of chocolate pie. Piled high with whipped cream.
Yeah.
Okay, run back around.
It was something to make Nancy feel like a new man. Yeah, well, might as well forget it and have a big, luscious bite of...
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
All right, let's see what I have to say to her.
I was just going to take my first bite.
And now you're wearing it. Let me wipe your face. Oh, I am so sorry. I'll order you another one.
Face?
No, pie. Please don't be mad at me.
Yeah. How could anyone be mad at you? You know, this could be the start of a beautiful friendship. Why don't we go into the Dome car and get started?
No, that's where I was going.
Well, what are we waiting for? This way.
It's done.
Now, we strike at the heart.
Yeah.
What's next?
How
Okay.
about this? Isn't this cozy?
Oh, this is a magnificent view from here. It's such a clear night you can even see the outlines of the hills.
Yeah. Have you noticed the moon? Up there in the sky?
Yes, that's where it usually is.
The stars are up there, too. Yeah, I made special arrangements.
Well, twinkle, twinkle. You know, you haven't told me your name.
You, I haven't? It's Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve.
Well, hello, Throckmorton.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Summerfield's water commissioner.
Well, I'm very impressed.
If
Done
I'm
and
on my way
done.
to the state capitol to show the governor my new filter I've invented for the water department.
Well, I'm even more impressed.
If I can get it through that thick head of his, what an important invention this is, it'll benefit the whole state.
Well, I do wish you and your filter lots of luck.
Thank you.
We are finishing this
Well, it's
today.
been very pleasant, but I think I'll go on back to my compartment. I always read a while before going to sleep.
Oh, not so soon. Here, listen. I have to have your address so I can...
Sorry,
send you a new
folks.
compact.
Just making a nice
I'll see
little
you in the
mistake
morning
here.
And give you my address. Then you won't forget it.
Yeah, don't worry. If I get it, I won't forget it.
Fresh off there?
Oh, yes, thank you. I don't suppose you've seen anything of that young lady I was with last night.
No, sir.
Maybe she's mad at me again.
Did you say something, sir?
No, I was just,
If you stoop over, I can't brace you off, sir.
I was trying to look out the window. Look at all the people. And the photographers down there on the platform.
Oh, that's the governor standing over there. But I don't know the other man.
Oop, I do. That's Mayor Terwilliger. Here you are, Porter. I've got to get out there right away. He's there with the governor and the photographers. He's taking all my glory. Pardon me, madam. Got to get through. Ooh, what a double cross this is. He's probably claiming he invented it.
Interesting.
Go, Mayor Terwilliger.
This is a
Mr.
knockout
Mayor.
poison.
You bet. Here I am.
What are you doing here?
The same thing you are. I came to show the governor my invention.
Terwilliger, who is this man? Governor McWhirter, this is Summerfield's Water Commissioner, Throckmorton P. Gildersleeve. How do you do?
Yeah, glad to know you, Governor. Well, Mr. Mayor, aren't you going to tell him who I really am?
Okay, if it'll make you happy, you're Summerfield's Water Commissioner.
That's not what I mean, and you know it. Tell
more?
him that it's really my invention.
It is not.
Oh, I suppose you've been telling it's yours.
It certainly is. What's the matter with you, Gildersleeve? And I haven't claimed to
All right,
find out.
let's do
I've
it.
got to catch my train.
Now, just a minute.
I don't know what this is all about, but whoever owns the invention, I've turned it down.
You turned it down. But
I
you
see a
couldn't.
pretty
This
Grynch
would
over
mean
there.
The entire state.
Much too costly to put into operation.
No, but it would cut down expenses.
I doubt if it would work.
Yeah, but it does work.
It's no use, Gildersleeve. He's just not interested.
Naturally, I'm all for anything that
I
would
guess
keep
there's
people from
nothing I
being
can
run
do,
over,
but
this is too complicated.
But it's very
get
simple.
moving.
It's run over.
And the stop and go signs would be hard to install.
The installation would be the easiest part. Stop and go sign.
You can't change his mind, Gildersleeve. He's definitely not interested in my plans for a new traffic.
But I explained how it's traffic system.
Are you still
Wait a minute. You were showing him plans for a traffic system?
Certainly. I've worked on this for years. What did you think I was here for?
Still clinging
I
on
thought,
to your self-image?
what I mean is, but you see,
Interesting.
Please stop sputtering. I've got to catch my train. I'll see you when you get back to Summerfield.
Yeah, just forget anything I said, Mr. Mayor. It was just a mistake.
You bet it was, and you made it. Governor, drop in and see us any time you're down our way, won't you?
You bet I will. Sorry it didn't work out. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Governor. Goodbye.
Showing the way I killed people.
Too bad about that invention of his. Yeah, well,
That's
sorry
handy.
I misunderstood, Governor, but I was talking about another invention. You see,
You two have already met.
why, Nancy. Nancy.
Hello, Dad.
Hello, Dad?
Or a willful distraction?
Aren't you surprised, Throckmorton? Look at his face, Daddy. He's flabbergasted.
At least.
Daddy, this is a friend of mine, and he has a perfectly wonderful new invention for a filter to purify water.
He has? Well, why didn't he say so?
Well, I was just about to.
You're the very man I want to see. What this state needs is an improved system of filters installed in every single
That's a
pump
lot of
house.
people I killed.
Oh, yes, of course it does.
My dad isn't so thick-headed after all, is he?
He's one of the thinnest heads I've ever seen.
Until I gave
Does that make up for the chocolate pie I ruined?
You bet. That's the best piece of chocolate pie I ever wore.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Harold Perry as the Great Gildersleeve.
Forgetting's not so bad. You've done it before.
What's he doing? Is he still looking at us?
I'm afraid so. Poor Zach just won't accept his days are done.
Perhaps I should take him out to the woods and set him free.
The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of Parquet margarine. Millions of women all over America serve Parquet because it tastes so good. Why, Parquet tastes like it should cost twice as much. To market,
the toxins are playing into your fears. Don't let them.
Try it today. You like it, you love it, like millions who
Come on.
their favorite
Get your head straight.
Parkay.
Parquet.
Margarine made by Kraft.
Just looking around at my surroundings first.
Well, let's see what's going on at the Great Gildersleeve's house this evening. It's after dinner now,
wants me
as the great
dead.
man lowers
She has
his
every right to,
overstuffed
after
figure
what we
into
did.
his overstuffed chair
And that's not what
and
is
gives
really
forth with his
going on.
sage comment. Oh,
She chose power.
Ate too much sage
In the
dressing.
end, she was just like them.
Just can't
No.
resist Birdie's stuffed
She
pork
found a
chops.
way to turn Edward's
You
own
weren't trying
cleverness
too hard,
against
Unky.
him.
Guess
Okay.
not.
The rest is up
Marjorie,
to you.
would you mind pushing that hassock under my
don't
heel?
know
Of course not. Unc, you want me to lift
You
him up
do
while
know.
she slides it under?
I can do that, Leroy.
Once you dispose of Edwards, I will dismantle Providence from the top down.
Smoking jacket for you?
No thanks.
Cigar?
All you have to do is embrace the past.
Glass of water?
Leroy, you're just looking for an excuse to drop your homework, and you know it.
Yeah, I know it. You staying home this evening, Uncle Mort?
Well, I thought I would, my dear.
Okay,
I'll
then.
just sit here with the fire and read. My book of the month selections are beginning to pile up a little.
Yes, I did that.
Marjorie,
Now
will you
I'm
hand me
waking
a
up.
tree
Ooh,
rose
this
in
is
Brooklyn?
fun.
It's growing over at Miss Fairchild's now.
What?
She borrowed it months ago, but I'll run over and get it for you.
No, don't bother. I'll find something else.
Oh, but I'd like to go over anyway and see how she's coming along with her new hat.
New hats?
Uh-huh. Miss Fairchild makes all her own hats. Didn't you know that?
Well, come to think of it, I might have suspected it.
Unky, she's very clever at designing. She had her own millinery shop down south.
Yeah, I know. Adeline Chapeau Chateau.
And she's opening a shop here.
She is? Why haven't I heard anything about this?
Well, you haven't been over to see her in such a long time. She probably doesn't think you're interested in what she's doing.
I don't know why she should feel that way. I've always had a casual interest in what Adeline is doing.
Casual?
Leroy. That was last month.
In you go, buddy.
What Miss Fairchild does now is no concern of mine. She wants to
Keep
open
going
a hat
from
shop.
here.
That's her business. Doesn't interest me one iota. Where's she opening this shop?
Next door.
What?
Right in her own home.
Oh, my goodness. Adeline can't do that.
Well, why not, Unky?
This is a residential district. She can't open a store on the street.
But, Unky, all she's doing is turning her living room into a salon.
Well, she might have consulted me. What does she want to do? Turn this neighborhood into a shopping district? Women running in and out all day, cars parked all over the place. And you know how women park cars.
Hey, Unc, I got a great idea.
What?
If Miss Fairchild is going to have a crowd of women buying hats on her side of the fence, we'll sell hot dogs on our side.
Leroy.
Just an idea.
Okay.
No, forget it. I'm going to see Judge Hooker in the morning and find out what the zoning regulations are around here.
Okay. She gets to live.
I know, Adeline. She hasn't even bothered to look into these things. Bye, George. Oh, good night, Bertie.
Uncle Mort's upset Bertie because Miss Fairchild's opening her hat shop.
She gonna do that for sure? Well, she sure makes nice-looking hats.
That may be, Bertie, but I'm not going to allow a hat shop next door.
Thanks a lot,
That's up to
Zane.
you, but you ought to see that hat she made over for me. Want me to go put down?
That won't be necessary, Bertie.
You remember that old coolie straw I used to have?
Coolie? I don't believe I did.
She put a ribbon and a feather in it, took the coolie out, and you ought to see it now. Yeah, want me to go put down?
Please, Bertie, let's forget about the hat.
I just can't forget about that hat, because everywhere I wear it, people say, Bertie, where did you get that hat? Want me to go put down?
Bertie, I'll take your word for it. Must be beautiful.
Must be, because people always say, Bertie, where did you get that hat? Why don't I go put it on?
Bertie, I wouldn't want to put you to all that trouble.
Oh, no trouble at all, Mr. Gillsleeve. All I have to do is go put it on, then you'll see what
What do we
nice
got?
hats she made.
I don't care if she makes the nicest hats in the world, Bertie.
Superhuman Betterment.
Because wherever I wear that hat, you know what people say.
Yes, Bertie.
That's right, Bertie, where did you get
Conversion
that
scene.
hat?
Okay, that sucks.
Now I know I'm going to spike this hat deal. Judge, are you in?
Okay, so I need a crowbar or a lockpick.
Thanks.
Ah, you're an early bird.
Well, I'm a little concerned about something.
Oh?
Judge, what are the zoning laws in my neighborhood?
Matter, Gildy? Are your neighbors trying to get you to
1979?
move?
Horace, this is a serious matter. Adeline Fairchild is about to open a hat shop in our block, right next door to me.
Well, don't get excited. I know all about it.
You do? Oh, my goodness, she's told everybody but me.
She consulted with me, and I advised her to go ahead. It'll occupy her time.
Adeline doesn't need
Okay.
the neighborhood to think about.
That was not expected.
I wouldn't do anything to hurt Adeline. Nothing personal about this, but nobody has the right to start a business out there.
As regards that, city ordinance.
With a woman at Soho with a hat on and we can have a filling station.
Go 47, go.
As regards that,
what does the city ordinance say?
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, get to the point.
City ordinance says that so long as a place of residence is not so
I
altered
really
or
don't.
remodeled
Music
as
is
to change
kind
the
of
character
boring
of the
anyway.
neighborhood, one may conduct a business insofar as that business does not constitute a public
Come under that.
There's nothing to prevent Miss Fairchild opening a shop in Gilder.
Turn this up.
I wonder how Rumson Bullard and the rest of the neighbors would like the idea of a hat shop.
You wouldn't start a petition.
Oh, wouldn't I? Thanks for the idea, Judge. It might teach Adeline a lesson. She didn't consult any of us.
Gildy, you're a bigger fathead than I thought.
Oh, watch it, Hooker.
And it's only fair to warn you. If you try to fight Miss Fairchild, I'll fight you.
What? But you're my lawyer.
I'm pretty sure.
Why, you Benedict Arnold, you turncoat.
And since she came to me first, I'll defend her to the last. Now, what do you think of that?
I think you're a double-crossing old goat. What do you think of that?
I think you're a fathead, fathead.
Be careful what you call me, Hooker. Lawyers can be sued too, you know.
All right, let's go back this way, see if there's anything cool to be found.
Well, Adeline's got my lawyer on her side. I'll get Rumson Bullard on mine. He's a big
rusty old nail. Well, I mean, I can kill people with it.
Before the neighborhood falls
You mean
apart.
missing crowbar? I had a crowbar.
He won't want his house squeezed in between a tack factory and a glue works any more than I do. There's Bullard sitting in his study with his nose in the air. You'd think the glue works was operating already. Pretty cold out here. Hope he invites me in this time.
Yes?
Good morning, Mr. Bullard.
Oh, hello, Gildersleeve.
Hello. If you have a minute to spare,
Had
I'd
a
like
crowbar.
to talk to you about
Don't
something.
anymore.
Won't you come in?
Thank you.
The hall. The hall.
My shoes are a little snowy.
Well, Gildersleeve,
Going to have
what
to
can I do
save
for you?
often because
You and I are two of the biggest property owners in this neighborhood. You're the biggest.
Yes.
Well, it surprised you to know
So
that
that'll
one
be
of
how
our
I
neighbors
could
is trying
stop
to
the
open a business
train.
on our street without even consulting
which
us.
I definitely want to
Miss
do.
Fairchild, Mrs. Bullard was telling me about her plans last night.
She was?
Strange you didn't know about it, Gildersleeve.
Pick
You
lock
and
with
Miss
a rusty
Fairchild
old
have
nail.
been so chummy, I thought perhaps you'd be modeling her hat.
Very good, Mr. Bullard. But let's not take this too lightly. Miss Fairchild and I have been good friends and still are. But business is business. Perhaps you and I should protest this hat shop, Bullard. Circulate a petition among the neighbors.
A petition?
Yes. You have a heavy investment in this neighborhood. A hat shop across the street next to my house wouldn't be a pretty sight.
Well, I can't
Okay.
see how one more
Gets us
eyesore
up and
over
through.
there can hurt much.
Huh? Oh, see here, Bullard. I may not have as big a house as you have, but I work hard for what I get, and I'm not going to stand idly by and wake up some morning in the middle of a shopping district.
Well, you might have some shenanigans,
You bet. Businesses can spring up fast, Bullard. Why, I've already heard rumors of a hot dog stand going up.
Hot dog
Last time I
stand?
saw weather
Where?
like this,
Right
it
in my
was
front,
in
I mean...
condition strip.
I was approached by a young fellow.
Then that settles it. Hot dog stands I will not tolerate.
That's the way I feel.
Gildersleeve, I've always
We're
considered
gonna be
you a
stupid
fool
here, see
about
what
business
happens.
matters. But this time I think you're using your head. You start the petition, Gildersleeve. If you need any help, I'm behind you 100%.
Great. Glad to have you aboard, Bullard. We'll block this hat business and know the reason why. But I didn't want to start a petition without warning Adeline. I'll tell her she has to give up.
All right, I gotta do that smarter.
And I'll go into action.
Come in.
Thank you, Adeline. I want to talk to you about something.
Oh, I want want to talk to you about something, too. Have I told you what I've got in my silly little old head? It's a surprise.
Well,
I'm going to start a hat shop.
what a surprise. Adeline, that's exactly what I came over to talk to you about.
Really? I didn't know you were interested in women's hats.
Me?
Sit down. You can help me with this one that I'm working on.
No, Adeline?
Here, you hold the ribbon while I tie the field flowers on this cartwheel.
All dead.
What?
Cartwheel. One of my new spring designs.
Yeah, oh, yeah, it's cartwheel. Well, Adeline, before you get too far along with this project, I think I should have a talk with you.
Well, you just go ahead and talk, and don't step on that leghorn body.
Leghorn body?
That piece of straw on the floor by your foot.
Oh, guess I was thinking of something else.
Ammo.
You mean you can make a hat out of that old piece of body, straw?
Ammo.
Now, you'd be surprised what Adeline can do with that old piece of straw. I'll use 10 cents worth of ribbon.
Didn't even need the flash grenade. Just kill everyone.
$20? Can you do that?
Or welt the edges, load it with veiling, and sell it for $25.
What?
Isn't the millinery business fascinating, Throckmorton?
$25? Well, yes, it seems to be.
You know, everybody at the garden club admires my hats. I think every woman in Summerfield will buy one.
They will?
The only trouble is in getting ready for my opening, I'm running low on space.
Oh?
I hate to touch my bones and things, but if I had another $200, I could make $2,000 with a new hat before Easter.
$2,000? That rate you'd soon be a rich woman.
Well, you never can tell. Look at Hattie Carnegie and Lily
Anything good here?
Oh, yeah.
I might become that successful, unless some of the neighbors object to a hat shop here.
Well, now, with a chance to make that much money, I wouldn't worry too much about the neighbors.
You wouldn't?
Okay, I need a lockpick, maybe.
What did you come over here to talk to me about?
Well,
Yes?
I came over to see if I could lend you $200.
What?
How'd you like to take on a silent partner?
A silent partner with $200? Why, Throckmorton, that'd be wonderful. Oh, but I don't want to take your money.
No, Adeline, I want you to.
But I don't need $200 that bad.
But I could use the 2,000. Adeline, I insist. Please.
All right, then. It's a partnership. I can make the hats, and you can handle the money.
Sounds fair to me. And Bullard thought I was a booze about business.
Dead. Dead. Dead, and thanks for the ammo.
Bertie, did you ever try that parquet margarine on hot cornmeal mush on a cold February morning?
Sure did, and that's the way it tastes.
Or on warmed-up rolls when you've come in after shopping?
Yes, sir, and that's sure the way it tastes.
Or on waffles and... Hey, Bertie, you keep saying that.
Come on out, buddy.
I don't quite get what you mean.
Figure out where those gunshots are coming from. You know you wanna.
Tastes like it should cost twice as much. That's what.
Oh, well, it's prepared like a luxury, that's why. Only the selected products of American farms go into the making of delicious parquet. And you know, Bertie, every pound of that good-tasting spread is full of real nourishment and reinforced with 15,000 units of essential vitamin A.
You take the vitamins, Mr. Wall. I'll take the taste.
Bertie, you'll take the
Nothing
vitamins
in there
too,
I
and you
need.
take parquet. And you'll get parquet at half the price of the most expensive spreads.
Nothing in there I
Make
need.
tomorrow night's dinner a parquet dinner. You'll all enjoy the light, delicate flavor of this delicious spread. Ask your dealer for parquet. That's Parkay. Parquet, the margarine made by Kraft that tastes like it should cost twice as much.
Yes, sir, that's the way it tastes.
Drag you away.
Well, let's get back to the great Gildersleeve, who was a property owner, became gravely concerned about Adeline Fairchild's plan to open a hat shop next door. A day has passed since he stormed in to stop it and waltzed out a silent partner in the business.
I had a little trouble rounding up that $200 without...
Continuing up to the front.
What the heck? A man can't pass up $2,000. I can hardly wait till Easter. In your Easter bonnet, with all the frills upon it. Nope, they're not sing so loud. There's Bullard coming out of Peavy's. Hello, Mr. Bullard.
Oh, good morning, Gildersleeve. I've been meaning to call you.
You have?
How are you coming along with the petition?
Petition? Petition.
No silencer
Well,
here?
I've been pretty busy since yesterday.
Oh? Well, don't let this get out of hand, Gildersleeve.
Oh, no. I've got it in hand, all right.
Good. Well, I must be going. I have a meeting at the bank. Good day, Gildersleeve.
Yeah, good day, Mr. Bullard. Well, I'll just conveniently forget about it. Bullard's so busy he'll forget about it, too. If I just keep it quiet. After all, I am a silent partner. George, I should have gotten into a little business long ago.
Just gun my way through.
Hello, Peavy.
Hello, Mr. Gildersleeve. What can I do for you today?
Well, you might give me a half a dozen cigars, Peavy, Coronas.
A half a
Just
dozen
walking
Coronas?
through.
On second thought, you might
Kill 'em all.
make it a box.
A box?
That's what I said, Peavy.
Very well. A box of Coronas it is.
I'll be smoking a lot between now and Easter.
There you are. One box of Coronas. That'll be $17.50.
$17.50. Charge it, Peavy.
Oh.
$17.50 is pretty steep, but I like to see a businessman make a tidy profit.
Tidy profit.
Now, Peavy, I know all about markups. I'll bet you make plenty on everything you sell here.
Well, a few pennies here and a few pennies there.
Pennies. I'll bet this little business has been a gold mine for you.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Peavy?
Well, even if it has, I wouldn't say it.
Peavy, when it comes to business, you're a foxy old codger.
I'm gonna save that as long as I
I'm
can.
not so dumb myself.
Okay.
What would you say, Peavy, if I told you that I invested in a little business that's going to make $2,000 for me between now and Easter?
$2,000? My. What kind of business?
Well, it's a legitimate big profit business. That's all I'm going to tell you.
Down and down and down you go. I've got plenty of ammo.
By the way, how is Miss Fairchild's hat shop coming along?
Huh?
I understand she's meeting with quite a little opposition in your neighborhood.
Well...
I understand you and Mr. Bullard are against it.
Well, Bullard has been pretty narrow-minded about it, Peavy, but who pays attention to a sore head?
Oh, you've withdrawn your opposition, I take it.
Me? Well, Peavy, I don't believe in standing in the way of progress. We property owners can't be selfish about these things.
Oh, I know.
Well, gotta be running along, Peavy. I'm a busy man these days. So long.
Goodbye, Mr. Gildersleeve, and I wish you luck in your, what did you say your new business was?
Oh. I didn't say, Peavy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Mr. Gildersleeve, before I forget, I was supposed to give you a message from Miss Fairchild if you stopped in.
Oh?
Drop by Hogan Brothers and buy 10 yards of black veiling for the hat shop.
10 black a yard's... thanks very much. Goodbye. That Peavy. I have a feeling
Kill
he
all of
suspects I'm
them.
in the hat business. Oh, well,
Every
he's
last
supposed
one
to.
of them.
He won't tell Bullard.
Hey, now I have
to
2
tell
rusty
everybody
nails with which
People
to
wonder
pick
where I'm getting all
locks.
my money.
Hey, Commish!
Floyd. Hello, Floyd.
What's your hurry?
I'm on my way to Hogan Brothers.
Come on over. I want to
Oh, I
talk to you.
prefer that.
Well, what's on your mind, Floyd?
How's the Lily Touche of Summerfield?
What's this?
Come on in the shop. I want to have a talk with you.
No, thanks. I'm busy.
I got a copy of Vogue inside.
Please, Floyd. I don't know where you get your information, but I'll thank you to keep this hat shop to yourself.
Oh, sure. You know me.
Yes. I just assumed certain people in this town didn't know about it. Right now, anyway.
Oh, sure. I know how you feel. The water commissioner designing hats.
Now, Floyd?
What's your first creation going to be, Commish? A papier-mâché fire plug dripping with watercress?
I have nothing to do with the designing, Floyd. I'm just handling the business end. And you'd be amazed if I told you how much money we're going to make between now and Easter.
Yeah? Well, good for you, Commish. You deserve it.
Thanks, Floyd.
A blind pig has to stumble onto an acorn once in a while.
I didn't stumble onto this, Floyd. I figured it out.
Oh, no offense, Commish. I know you got what it takes.
Well, I know a good thing when I see it.
Of course you do. Well, it wouldn't surprise me if you ended up like them Hogan brothers at the department store.
Hogan Brothers?
Sure. They started
Forbidden
on a
pineapple.
shoestring. $25 worth of neckties.
Yeah?
Yeah. And they parlayed it into gents' furnishings, and look what they got now. A store half a block long and 4 stories high.
Well, started out with neckties, eh?
Yep. That's America, Commish. Free enterprise. And if
This
they
is
can do it,
exciting.
you can do it.
Well, that could be, Floyd.
And when you get up there, Commish, how about giving the missus a job as one of them hat mannequins?
Lovey? Mannequin?
Well, yeah, she's always wanted to be one of them live dummies.
Well, that's a thought, Floyd. That might be just the thing for Lovey. Tell her to get in touch with me after Easter. Around Halloween. In your Easter bonnet, with all the frills upon it. Let's see.
All right, I need to find a valve.
Probably be in the millinery department.
And then head back this way.
It's a pretty nice business Hogan Brothers built up here from a necktie. Or was it a shoestring? Well, anyway, if they can do it with $25, think what I can do with $200. Yeah, listen to that cash register hum.
Come on, quit disconnecting from the server.
Here's the same type hat Adeline was making. Wonder if I can sneak a look at the price. Must have hidden it in the lining. Ripped it loose.
Please don't handle the merchandise.
What? Oh, I'm just looking for the price.
$34.95.
$34.95.
Do you want it?
Oh, no. I want 10 yards of black veiling.
Very well, I'll show you what we have.
$34.95, eh? Adeline was going to sell it for $25. We'd better raise our prices. We don't want to be known as a cheap hat shop.
Well, if it isn't our little character from Alice in Wonderland.
What?
The Mad Hatter.
All right, Judge, stop cackling before you attract a crowd.
Gildy,
Stupid thing.
whatever happened to that petition you were going
What's
to
going on?
circulate against the hat shop?
Well,
What made you change your mind?
you change your mind too, Judge. Take a look at what they're getting for this hat.
Huh?
Where is that price tag?
Are you looking for something again?
Just wanted to show the judge.
But if you continue pawing that hat, I'll have to call the manager.
Now, see here, madam. You're not indispensable around here.
I beg your pardon.
I may just buy this little place someday, so watch it.
What?
Perhaps you don't know, my friend, young lady. This is the poor man's Marshall Field.
Oh! Well, he's an old goat, lady, so keep him away from your straw hats.
All right.
Adeline, you're a regular Betsy Ross with that needle.
Ridiculous.
That's a beautiful hat you're making there. Bertie was right.
Oh, thank you, kind sir.
I'll bet those things sell like hotcakes.
Oh, they're already selling. You know that Leghorn cartwheel I made?
Oh, yeah. The one with the field flowers.
Yes. Well, Mrs. Terwilliger stopped in today and practically took it away from me for $25.
Oh, that's great. But let's not sell them too cheaply, Adeline.
What?
You could have gotten $34.95.
Gracious.
Yes, indeed. Let's not be afraid to think big, Adeline. And I've been thinking, if we can turn a $200 investment into $2,000 by Easter, imagine what we can do when we reinvest the $2,000.
Well, that'd be a lot of hats, Throckmorton.
And that gets me in there, which will
Easter,
get me
there's Mother's Day coming up.
an unlock
We'll do some
point
advertising.
halfway in.
A hat for every mother. And then there's Labor Day. A hat for every working girl.
Oh, Throckmorton, you have been doing some thinking.
You betcha. And then there's Thanksgiving. And Christmas. And New Year's. Holidays are great for business. And then we're back to Easter again. In your Easter bonnet, with all the frills upon it, you'll be the grandest lady in the Easter parade.
Oh, just listen to you.
Here's the part I like best. And I'll be all in clover.
Oh, you certainly are enthusiastic about the millinery business.
Well, why not?
Oh, my hands are full. Can you answer the door, partner?
Yeah, sure. Probably a customer, Adeline. Just storming the house before we even open for business. Watch me sell a hat.
Hello, Gildersleeve.
Oh, well, Mr. Bullard, this is a surprise.
Gildersleeve, I could tell when I met you on the street today that you weren't doing much about a petition to stop this hat shop nuisance.
Oh, yes, the petition. Well, you see, Mr. Bullard...
Never mind, you can forget it.
I can? Well, that's a good idea.
Yes, because I'm circulating the petition.
What?
You started this. Now sign it.
We'll see if Gildersleeve can wiggle out of that one in just a minute. Friends, if you haven't already tried it, why not serve parquet margarine this week? Make your own test of that luxury flavor. Serve parquet for breakfast, on hot toast or crisp waffle. Use it for the children's luncheon snacks and for your big evening meal. And as you put parquet on the table,
throw
and tell the family
that
to
at
help
someone's head,
themselves,
maybe.
Remember, every single pound of parquet is brimming over with nourishment and reinforced with 15,000 units of essential vitamin A, and it costs only about half as much as the most expensive spread. Ask for Parquet tomorrow. Parkay. Parquet, the margarine made by Kraft that tastes like it should cost twice as much.
What's this?
Yeah, no, I'll get it.
Order Baba Yaga? Who cares?
Bullard, I won't sign that petition, and that's final.
Well, that's
How do I
exactly
reload?
why I came over, Gildersleeve. This time I'm dropping
This is
the
a
petition.
holster, blah, blah,
I
blah.
know, but it doesn't seem cricket for me to oppose the hat shop and still let my son Craig proceed with his idea.
Oh?
Another
Mrs.
rusty
Bullitt and I don't
screwdriver.
like to discourage any display of initiative.
Claw
on his part.
hammer.
What's this?
Rusty
He wants to
crowbar.
open a hot dog stand.
Sure,
on
why
our lawn.
not?
He does? I wonder who gave little Craig that idea. Shh. Good night, folks.
The Great Gildersleeve is played by Harold Perry, Adeline Fairchild by Miss Una Merkel. The show was written by John Elliott and Andy White with music by Jack Meakin. Included in the cast are Walter Tetley, Mary Lee Robb, Lillian Randolph, Earl Ross, and Richard LeGrand. This is John Wald saying goodnight for the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous line of Kraft quality food products. And be sure to listen in next Wednesday and every Wednesday for the further adventures of the Great Gildersleeve.
You bet. Do you ever get hungry for a piece of mellow good aged American cheese? You know, the kind that comes in the big golden wheels. It's been a long time since there's been much on the market, but now Kraft has plenty of it. Just this last year, for the first time since before the war, Kraft has been sending lots of fine American cheese to the curing room, aging it to a mellow perfection. And now it's ready for you at your dealer. The next time you shop, ask him for a big cut of old-fashioned, natural American cheese, the kind that's been so carefully aged by the master cheesemakers of Kraft.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Around Dodge City and in the territory on West, there's just one way to handle the killers and the spoilers, and that's with a U.S. Marshal and the smell of gun smoke.
His body's off here so I can maybe grab the weapons I need.
Starring William Conrad, the story of the violence that moved west with young America, and the story of a man who moved with it.
I'm that man, Matt Dillon, United States Marshal. The first man they look for and the last they want to meet. It's a chancy job, and it makes a man watchful and a little lonely.
I'm so dry, I'm spitting coffee, Mr. Dillon.
Oh, let's
Hey, you can
see.
fill up at
Come
the Long
on.
Branch when we get back to Dodge, Chester.
Yes, sir, well, right now,
Getting closer
I
to
might
the
even settle
front.
for a drink of water.
You can't be that thirsty.
I declare I'm about to stampede. You think there might be a spring in that clump of elder up yonder?
Yeah, might be.
I swear, next time I'm going to carry me a water bag.
Keep it wrapped in your pillow, I suppose. Now, you know, town life has made you mighty soft, Chester.
That's far enough. He's got a rifle, Mr. Dillon.
Yeah.
Who are you men?
We're looking for water. Is there a spring in there?
I said, who are you? What's your name?
My name's Matt Dillon.
And I'm Chester Proudfoot. You don't worry me. And I never heard of no Dillon.
Then you shouldn't mind if we get a little water.
Okay. But you'll have to drop them gun belts first.
I'm sorry.
You heard me.
You can't shoot both of us, mister.
Who is it, Art? One of them's called Dillon. Dillon from Dodge? That's what he says. Bring him in here. He'll help us. He's a U.S. Marshal. A Marshal?
Yeah, that's right. Instead of us standing here about to shoot each other, why don't you tell me why you need help?
I'm Joe Harp, Marshal.
Okay, Harp. Who's your friend?
Harry Spooner.
I never heard of him either. What's the matter? Has he been shot or something?
All dead.
Busted his leg.
No? Well, there's a doctor in Dodge.
Well, I can't get him there alone.
We'll help you if you'll put that rifle down.
Okay. I found him lying out there on the prairie this morning, Marshal. Horse throwed him, and I drug him into the shade here.
You mean you're not traveling with him?
No, I just stopped to help. You really Marshal Dillon?
That's right. I don't remember you.
Well, I ain't never been to Dodge. Heard your name, though.
You live around here, Spooner?
I've been working in a saloon down Tascosa. Going to change, so I bought me a horse and rode north. I shouldn't have come alone. I don't know nothing about horses. I hate them.
Well, we better get you into Dodge.
I suppose you ain't to drag me there. Well, I've been drug as far as I'm gonna be. I had to get you out of the sun, Spooner. He's mighty rough about it. He saved your life, mister. Why shouldn't he save my life? Oh, ungrateful, mean-tempered people. He's been like that all day. But I figure it's because his leg hurts him. Of course it hurts. I busted mine once. I know what it feels like. Poor fellow.
Harp, you want to help get him into Dodge?
Every one of you will die.
Keep going.
Well, I got no place special to go. I'd kind of like to see Dodge anyway.
All right, then let's get busy. Only one bone in his leg, and after we rigged up a splint for it, we managed to get him mounted. It was night before we reached Dodge, but by then he was too weak to complain. Anyway, I was more interested in Joe Harp. But all I could find out was that he was a cowboy drifting aimlessly through the country like so many of his kind. He said he had a little money from his last job, and that's why he's been so wary of strangers. He seemed honest enough. 6 weeks later, he was still in Dodge, gambling some, but not causing any trouble. Doc and I were talking about him one day in my office.
You know what he did, Matt? About 3 or 4 weeks ago?
What, Doc?
The power.
He came and offered to pay Spooner's bill. Said the poor fella wouldn't be able to work for some time. As long as he'd saved him, he felt he ought to help take care of him.
What, did you take his money?
I did not. Spooner can pay me himself. And he'd better go to work, too, pretty soon. He's already walking around without a cane.
I take it you don't like Spooner much.
Why would I do that?
Do you?
No, nobody does that I know of.
You know, I don't believe he's even thanked Joe Hart for saving his life, man. Well, Santa Fe just come into the mail, Mr. Dillon. Oh, hello, Doc. Yeah, it's Richard. Say, that brown piece of mail looks official. It is. Want to open it up now?
He says, at least I die knowing who I am. But you're not going to.
No.
What are you doing?
No checks.
No.
Just some new wanted circulars.
This is what it means to lose everything.
What's the matter?
Making a mistake.
Here, Chester, take a look.
Oh, my goodness. Hear that, Doc?
Forgive me. I seem to have... what were we talking
Wanted,
about?
dead or alive, reward $500 for bank robbery and murder while escaping.
Nice ending.
Joseph Harp. 8'33", standing here, 6 feet tall.
Why would I stop the train at this point?
Right, signed by the sheriff, city of Denver, Colorado Territory. You're going to arrest him, man? Can't you pretend you didn't get it or something, Mr. Dillon?
And that is it. Walk off into the sunset.
Oh, sir, I didn't mean that.
All right, and you take
literally
the trail,
walk off into the literal sunset.
I'll look in his boarding
Very
house at the edge of
nice.
town, and I'll come back to the Long Branch. You'll meet me there if you see him first, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right, get going.
Is that kitten begging for endless attention? Well, we do love the star, too. Nice star. Sadly watching for her man who doesn't care about her anymore. Because he can't get any from her. That actually is sad, you know?
Kitty?
You look like you've been eating cocoa burrs, Matt.
I don't see Joe Harp around.
Oh, he left. Why?
Hey, Star.
Chester got here
We
yet?
love you.
Is there some kind of
Who's
trouble,
my
Matt?
pretty girl? Who's a kitty girl? Who's a pretty kitty, pretty girl? Is it you? Oh, I think it
He was over
is.
there gambling as usual, and then that Speener came running in and said something to him, and they both left.
Speener?
Somebody ought to take him out and bury him somewhere.
Well, I couldn't find him nowhere, Mr. Dillon. Poor Miss Kitty.
Chester, what's this all about, anyway?
Didn't throw it away, though.
Wanted for murder, Miss Kitty.
For murder? Joe Hart?
That's
Who's
just what
pretty
Steve
girl?
said when I
Who's
told
kitty
him he
girl?
just
Who's pretty
couldn't
kitty,
believe it.
pretty girl?
Speener?
Is it you?
I ran into him, and then I...
Go get our horses, Chester. I'll pick up the rifles, and hurry. They've had time to get out of town already.
Mr. Dillon?
Yeah, what?
I guess I just wasn't thinking when I told Speener about Joe Harp.
And so from here I do contracts mode. That is a lot of fun. That was a good game. I mean, I really enjoyed that. I did.
I just wish you would.
Oh, forget it, Chester. At least it shows Speener isn't as bad as we all thought. I guess he was just waiting for a chance to do Harp a real good turn.
Well, he sure done it.
Yeah. Now, hold up a minute. Look there.
What's that about?
Speener.
Yeah, you have to walk very slowly with him
Get your
around.
rifle out, Chester. and
He
keep your
doesn't
eyes
want us
open.
to do anything.
All right, come on.
He believes we should be playing with him 24/7. Every moment he's awake,
Don't shoot, Marshal. I
we
ain't
exist
done
to do
nothing.
nothing but play with
Where's
him.
Harp? In that drawer behind me. Any tricks and you'll die, Speener.
I ain't no outlaw. And Harp ain't gonna pull no tricks neither. You just follow me.
I swear I don't understand this talk, Mr. Dillon.
Just follow him, Chester.
Yes, sir. There's his horse.
Yeah. There he is.
Well, he's been hurt.
Yeah, he sure has.
Well, there's your man, Marshal.
Did you do this, Speener?
I tried to talk him into giving himself up, but he wouldn't listen. And then he tried to draw on me.
Alright, and
I
that
can
is that.
tell
I
from
have
the way he's
completed.
lying that you shot him in the back, Speener.
Well, what difference does it make? He's an outlaw, ain't he?
Yeah.
Who's a pretty girl?
$500
Who's a kitty
worth of
girl?
outlaws,
Who's my
Speener.
pretty kitty, pretty
If
girl?
you
All
live
right,
to
what
collect
you
it.
got the road map here? Kickback Kimono Challenge. That's over with. Game update August 17th. I don't know what's going on there. Whoops.
We buried Joe Harp on the prairie where he'd been killed, and then rode back to Dodge. That night, I wrote out a wire to the sheriff in Denver claiming a reward for Harry Speener.
Game
then
update.
I showed it to Speener, and I told him to keep it quiet, and also to stay out of my sight. He did.
Sarajevo campaign.
About a week later, I had to send Chester to find him and bring him into my office.
Here he is, Mr. Dillon.
Come over here, Speener.
I've been waiting like you said, Marshal. I ain't talked to nobody.
I had a wire from Denver this afternoon. Everything's all right. The money will be here in another week or so.
Dartmoor Garden Show.
Oh. I thought it'd come now.
That's cool.
There it is.
Well, I thought you said it wasn't here yet.
I'm paying you out of government funds.
Oh. Well, that's fine.
I didn't think you'd mind very much
Colorado?
how you got the money.
Now, Marshal, I only done my duty.
Count it.
That's all right. I'm sure it's all here, Marshal.
I said count it.
Well, I'll come back for that.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You satisfied?
500, that's right.
Speener, nobody knows about this yet. They think I killed Joe Hart.
Yeah, I've done that.
But before they learn who did, I advise that you clear out of Dodge and stay out.
Why? I didn't do nothing wrong.
I want you to tell me something. Is Harp the first man you've killed?
Of course he is.
You know, there are men around here who killed 10
That's
or
cool.
a dozen and think nothing of it. But I won't guarantee how they're going to take to your having killed one man.
Well, they can't do nothing about it. It was
mode.
plumb legal.
Yeah, it was legal.
I earned this money, and before I leave Dodge, I'm going to double it gambling. And there ain't
Freelancer?
nobody going
Okay.
to stop me.
Okay, Speener, I warned you.
I'm going to get rich, Marshal. I'll show 'em. Real rich.
Get out of here.
I'm going.
Hi, welcome to the new game mode, Hitman 3 Freelancer. In this new roguelike game mode, you once again take on the role of Agent 47, the world's deadliest assassin. As a freelancer, you must take on various crime syndicates to keep the world in balance.
Sit down, man.
Items,
Thanks,
mercies,
Kitty.
and mastery to become the ultimate
Drink?
freelancer.
No, no, thanks.
That's kind of cool.
Speener was in.
No, is that so?
He left, though. They closed the game on him when he started bragging about how he got his money.
I kind of figured they might.
Why'd you keep it such a secret, Matt? What were you protecting him from, that milk-liver little sneak?
The law doesn't separate people that way, Kitty. Now he's been paid and he's been warned about what might happen. He's on his own.
Well, I hope somebody does shoot him. Think, Matt, it was Joe Harp that saved his life.
I'd have caught Harp anyway.
Well, I know, but somehow that's different.
Yeah, it's a lot different. That's a pretty dress you're wearing, Kitty.
Close your eyes, Matt.
What?
Go on, close your eyes.
Okay, but what's this for?
Now,
Oh, that's cool.
tell me what color this dress is.
Color? Well,
It's blue, Matt.
blue, yeah. Sure, I was just about to say that.
Yeah, no.
It's blue.
Speaking of colors, look what's coming.
Speener. I don't know about he shot him yet.
Never too late.
Marshal Dillon?
Yeah, Speener.
I just tried to buy a drink over to the Texas Trail.
And they wouldn't serve you. Good.
I ain't talking to you. Marshal, 2 men threatened to kill
How'd
me
I wanna
right there at the
continue?
bar.
That's funny.
What do you mean, funny?
Most men around here don't waste much time on threats.
Look, I demand protection. And I won't spend the night hiding in jail, neither.
Okay.
Then you'll come with me.
No.
What?
I can't protect you any more than I already have, Spinner, but I'll tell you one thing. If you take off your gun, nobody can claim self-defense for shooting you. And I'll have to go after him. If that's any satisfaction to you.
I am a citizen, and I demand...
Get out of town, Spinner. Get out now.
But as you can see, it's pretty barren out there. All the time, these will become place Agent 47 to repel. We don't have that much right now. Luckily, we got a old faithful ICA 19 classic ball
Mr. Dunn?
Yeah.
Mr. Dunn, could you loan me $1? I kind of went broke last night.
Oh, gambling, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. Here you are, Chester. Hey, wait a minute. You told me you swore off gambling a week ago. You even took an oath, didn't you?
I did. I sure did.
Well, then how come you went broke gambling last night?
No, sir. Look, I said I went broke, and you said gambling, and I said yes, but I didn't say I was gambling.
All right, Chester. Just keep the dollar and go spend it somewhere.
Yes, sir, but look, you don't understand. You see, I got it all figured out. I swore off gambling, all right. But what I do now is to hire a fella, and I give him the money, and then he goes and sits there and does my...
Oh, hello, Moss.
Marshal, my horse come back.
Oh, what horse?
Well, the one Spainer bought off me when he left town.
Spainer's been gone 5 days.
Well, I know, but my horse come back, Marshal, alone.
Saddled?
Yes, sir, but it ain't my saddle. It's Spainer's.
That means somebody must have caught up with him, Mr. John.
All right, we'll start looking for him.
I can tell you where to look, Marshal.
What?
That horse has got red mud all over his legs, and there's only one place I know where he'd get into red mud around here.
Is that watering hole, Granby Spring?
That's right, Marshal. Say, do I get to keep the horse now?
I don't know, Moss. I'll tell you when I get back.
It's time to find our target.
Mr. Dillon, I just thought of something.
What, Chester?
Well, Granby Springs is only about 30 miles from Dodge. Spinner could have made it easy the first morning he left.
So?
Well, if he was killed there, how come nobody's found him and reported it yet?
I don't know, Chester, but there are the springs. We'll find out soon.
Hey, look yonder.
Yeah.
That's him, Mr. Jones.
Neat.
He sure does look dead. I don't see no bullet hole.
No. He's still breathing, Chester. Go get some water. Spinner. Spinner, can you hear me?
It will provide you with 3 randomized items, and you can pick one.
All right, Chester, pour a little on his head. Maybe that'll do it.
One of these items
That enough?
Spinner.
Now, let's take on our
Marshal, what happened? What's the matter? You sick?
A horse kicked me in the belly. Busted me all up inside.
No?
I hate horses.
When did this happen?
First day. I got off to get me a drink here. Hung on to the reins till yesterday. But I was too weak.
John,
Yeah, what?
there's fresh tracks all around here. And not just that horse of his, neither.
Sure there.
Oh, that's cool.
Fresh tracks. 3, 4 men been by here.
3 or 4 men.
They just sat and looked at me, Marshal.
Look who's doing a pretty kitty.
They didn't say nothing. Just sat and looked at me, and then they rode off. Every one of them.
My goodness, she has become a complete house cat. She goes outside just to look.
I'm gonna die.
We'll try to get you back, Spinner.
Oh, I know why she's all pissy.
No,
her TV isn't on.
Use this to tag suspects in order to narrow
There
down the
we-
search for the syndicate.
Touch you?
Okay, here's one of the
You're a
suspects.
pretty girl.
First
You're a
up,
kitty
this
girl.
dude smokes and does not fit our mark.
Spinner.
I'll mark them as a non-suspect.
That'll actually keep him a little calmer,
He's
too.
dead, Chester.
Yes, sir. They just left him here to die.
That was a pretty cruel way of showing their sense of honor. But that's just what they did.
But FYI, they don't
They just left him.
your target. Stay clear.
Fair enough.
Narrowing down the search, we finally found the main suspect. This He's still investing. Okay, let's take him out. Coast is clear. We made it. Now, let's locate the exit and get back to our safe house.
That's
Gunsmoke. Produced and directed in Hollywood by Norman Macdonald, stars William Conrad.
This
as
mode's
Matt
going to be a
Dillon,
lot of
U.S.
fun,
Marshal.
honestly.
Charlie Bear is Chester, Howard McNear is Doc, and Georgia Ellis is Kitty. This is George Walsh inviting you to join us again next week when CBS Radio presents another story on Gunsmoke.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Harold Perry as the Great Gildersleeve. The Great Gildersleeve is brought to you by the Kraft Foods Company, makers of the famous cheese food Velveeta. Everybody goes for Velveeta's rich yet mild cheddar cheese flavor in snacks, in sandwiches, and in hot dishes. And hidden in that swell cheese flavor are important nutrients from milk. That's why smart homemakers keep Velveeta on hand regularly to spread or slice and to melt for grand economical hot dishes. Tomorrow, get Velveeta, the cheese food of Kraft quality.
It's expensive to fail a mission.
Fun.
Well, it's March, and a chill, blustering wind is blowing through the little town of Summerfield.
That
but in the heart
is a
of the
great game mode, and these people have actually created a game that's going to last for quite a while, honestly. What's Contracts?
Yes, once again, love has come to our
Oh, that's
chubby
the
friend.
cool ones where you look. Yeah.
Dear Diary, tonight I have another date with Adeline.
All right.
What a woman. She's beautiful, charming, intelligent. Well, fairly intelligent. I know I promised you, dear diary, that I wouldn't fall again. But what the heck? I'm
Let's
only
see.
human. Do you want me to tell you a secret? I haven't kissed her yet. But this may
Forgot
be
there's
my
a
lucky
place
night.
called Santa Fortuna.
I'll let you know when I get back. So keep your fingers crossed, dear diary. Good night.
Anything? Yes.
Good evening, Adeline.
Why, it's you, Throckmorton.
Yeah.
Polar Express.
Well, you come right in the house before that wind blows you away.
Oh, thank you.
Let me have your coat now. I'll
What do
hang
we
it
got
right here on the hall seat.
All right. Adeline,
Yes, Throckmorton?
here's a little present for you.
A present for me?
Hmm?
Oh, a bottle of perfume.
Yeah.
I don't
You
have
like
Santa
perfume?
yet.
Like it? Why, I could swim in it.
Well, just half an ounce.
Oh, and it's called Spring Madness. Why, you little devil, you. You know what I ought to do? I ought to give you a great big thank you kiss.
Well.
But I won't.
Huh?
You'd think I was just being forward and bold.
No,
I guess I have to come back
Oh,
at
yes,
Christmas
you
for
would
this,
now.
don't I?
Well, you just sit down while I put this perfume on my doodad shelf.
Almost got that kiss. Well, it's early yet. What would you like to do tonight, Adeline? We'll do anything you say. It's up to you.
Well,
We could stay here, sit by the fire, but it's up to you.
Well,
Nice and cozy here, just the two of us. But it's up to you.
I guess we could stay here all right.
Well, if you insist. Shall we sit here on the sofa and talk?
Well, I'd just love to, sir.
Nice. Ninja outfit.
Well, here we are. Don't you want to move a little closer?
No, I don't.
That said, I think
And I'll
it's
move
time
closer to
to
you.
go ahead and call this stream for the day.
Adeline,
Yes?
would you like to play a little game?
Well, that depends. How do you play it?
Well, you just sit here and I put my arms around you like this.
Yes?
Then you close your eyes.
All right. And just like that, I thank you for tuning in. All 14 of you. I don't know what's so entertaining about watching me quietly do this stuff, but I have to decide a new game for next time. I will have Mrs. Grynch help me decide on that. But for now, I want to say, again, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful day because, as the Jingle Boy would say, it's a wonderful life. And don't forget to subscribe, huh?